First and foremost, people, if you man haven't got your petrol, you need to get your petrol because, bro, I was in Wellington, Asda for like an hour and a bit just to get petrol. But let's talk about the game. So I was at the game yesterday, as I said in my super chat the other day, and I felt that there's a level of arrogance with the boys, and that needs to be stemmed out because better teams will carve us open. And I just felt that some of the players, like, I think Mane had an incredible game, and I think it's harsh that I saw on Twitter, like I said, people on Twitter just rinsing Mane, and I'm like, his touch and everything, I think he was the best out of the front three, even though he didn't score a goal. I felt Matip was shocking, because the thing about Matip is he's so strong and so tall, and like, so he should be dominant in the air. Nobody should be beating him in the air, and he got absolutely destroyed by Tony, and that gave the Brentford guys confidence to do more things, because if that didn't get stummed out from early, Brentford just took control. And I was, like I said, I was watching the game and I was just like, another thing is the way I disagree with what Drift said about the top teams coming to Brentford and winning. I don't think that's guaranteed. I think the way the fans get involved, it's a fully like a 12th man there for Brentford. So I reckon Brentford are going to be strong this season. So I think a lot of teams will drop points at Brentford. So all in all, I just feel like there's a level of arrogance within the squad that needs to get stamped out. We can't feel like we're going to just always score one more goal than the other team. And we just need to get back to basics with our defence, because a couple of times this season, we've seen teams just rinse us. And that needs to get stopped out as quickly as possible. Klopp with some weird substitutions yesterday was strange. Like Jones coming off for Firmino was a mistake. And yeah, Robbo, there needs to be questions about Robbo, because even though Trent on his side conceded the 2 goals, I just felt that if it wasn't for Robbo stopping the crosses in the first place, or people helping him, like the midfield should have helped him as well, then maybe those goals wouldn't have happened. But anyway, big up to you, man, every single time. Kopish, you people like, comment and subscribe. Big up you, man. All right, bless.
What is good, Team Kopish? I know it's been a minute since I did one of these, but I feel like it's appropriate to do it. Liverpool 3, Brentford 3. I don't know what happened here. This was such a chaotic game. I've calmed down, I've composed myself, and I've just been really assessing what it takes for us to win this league, because this is a one-off. I feel like this is a one-off sort of performance, because Van Dijk, he weren't great. Even though he saved us in the end, he weren't great the entire game. Matip, he was getting spun by Tony. It was absolutely embarrassing. And Trent, I don't know why people feel like Trent had such a bad game. He was getting manhandled by 3 guys in the back post and nobody was supporting him. I still don't understand why people think it's his fault that those goals happen. But yeah, it is what it is. The midfield, no protection. What have we been doing with Jurgen Klopp in these sort of games? We protect the defence. That's what the midfield's job should be doing. I don't know why Henderson was playing false nine. It made 0 sense why he was one ahead of Salah at certain points. It just made 0 sense. I feel like Robertson, he never stops the first cross for some reason. He's allergic to it. And yeah, those were scrappy goals that we conceded. Like, yes, Salah missed the chance. Yes, Mane had a half chance, but we scored 3 goals, and when you score 3 goals, you should be winning these sort of games. We were in the lead twice, and we lost the lead twice. We should be talking about how Curtis Jones came of age, fam. That celebration was cold, and I thought it was over when he scored that goal. And I thought Jurgen Klopp, he will do some sort of substitution, and the game will shut down the game. However, the substitutions, I need to keep coming back to this. Jurgen Klopp, with these loyalty issues that he has with Minamino and Origi, it has to stop, because he says he's happy with the squad, and if he's happy with the squad, he needs to be using these guys. Minamino, he bagged 2 goals with 2 attempts in midweek, and we didn't use him for 30 minutes. And this ain't about Mane. There's no Mane slander here, because he was too busy defending to even attack in this game. But I feel like we needed someone to change the game. If you were going to bring in another attacker, it had to be Minamino, because Firmino was not fit. He was not fit. And by remove all of that, why did we even bring on Firmino in the first place? Firmino, was not the sort of player we needed in that moment. The defense was in shambles. The midfield was in shambles. You needed to bring on either a midfielder to sturdy up the place by that Milner, or you bring on a defender that improves the defense, like Konate, like Gomez, and you play the three at the back to end the game, because there was 20 minutes to go. We could have hit them on the counter if we were lucky and get another goal. But instead, we wanted to go more offensively, play the 4-2-3-1 that never works in these sort of scenarios. And yeah, we got 3-3. But in the grand scheme of things, we're at the top of the league. That is great. But it feels like 2 points dropped yet again, like we did against Chelsea. And it's just disappointing. And I feel like if we want to win this league, Jurgen Klopp has to utilise this squad, because he said he's happy with the squad. He has to use it. He actually has to use this squad, because it's getting annoying now. Tsimikas has been in top form, and Robbo hasn't been playing particularly well, but he still chooses Robbo, even though Tsimikas will be offering more in the attack these days. And set pieces. It's funny that these guys, Robertson and Trent, they get so many assists, but their set pieces have been atrocious this season. And it's not. This is a one-off. I'm telling you, it's a one-off. But we're going to get these one-off games where we need to look at Jurgen Klopp, and his substitutions have to be the right ones. And I'm not a manager. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I feel like when it's 3-2, you've got 20 minutes to go, and you need to keep that lead. You need to sturdy up that defense. I don't know why we went more attacking. I don't know why we wanted to play, to have a dogfight with Brentford. And this is what happened in the end. This is the case. We have to lick our wound. We've got Man City next week, and we got to get those points in midweek against Porto as well. And then we can scrap this game if we win those next 2 games. However, this ain't good enough. Every time we're in a title race, we mess up somewhere. I don't think this is going to be where we mess up, but we mess up somewhere, and I don't want that to be this season, because I truly believe if we keep our main 11 fit, we will win this league. It's just about using this squad, using the guys in form, and not using the guys that you've used over and over again when they're out of form. And that's the key to winning this league, in my opinion, for Liverpool Football Club to win. We missed out a chance when in the transfer window. Now we just have to lick our wounds and use what we can. So Jurgen Klopp, you need to be in your top game. Liverpool Football Club, you need to be in your top game. And let's win the league, man. Let's win the league, because we can't be losing this league this season. We need to redeem ourselves. And that's me, man. Chris is out here, man. See you later.
Hey guys, Shaq here with my match review. Now, Brentford seems to me like the team who they're just on this adrenaline, rush throughout the game. They are defensively good, but the way they use their wingers and attackers up front, it's just pure passion, pure strength ability. Yeah. They don't seem that much of a tactical sort of team. So when it comes to games as such, where teams are just trying to outscore us, or they are trying to, use passion or strength to win a game, I think Liverpool should always come on top. Reason being because I feel like Liverpool are masters at that. We are not tactically that good when it comes to teams like Manchester City and Chelsea. So what do? We try to, replace maybe the tactical battle with, other aspects, like moments of brilliance, outscoring the opponent, being defensively astute, and just, trying to win the game in other aspects, right? Prior to our game against Brentford, when we saw our opponents dropping points, we felt comfortable as fans, right? As Liverpool fans, we were thinking, surely now we will get 3 points, at least against Brentford, so we can have a bit of a cushion. And that is how our opponents were thinking as well. Now, by the end of the game, the opponents are going to be looking at us and asking us that you really did not capitalize that. And yeah, did not I really did not see this coming. But at the same time, I don't know why I'm still surprised, but I shouldn't be. It's because of the way last season went. All of a sudden it starts creeping in that it's not the same sort of Liverpool team that finished on what 97 and 99 points. This Liverpool team, right, that we have since the last season, we do have faults. We have started showing, symptoms of maybe not getting over the line. Um, I felt like defensively, yeah, it was one of our worst performances. Um, and that is our first team defense right there. Robertson, Matip, Van Dijk, Trent. So if these guys concedes 3 goals, like I just don't know what to make of it. Prior to the game, we get statistics like, this is why I really hate stats. So prior to the game, we were having statistics like, oh, we only conceded 1 goal, and in the first half, when Brentford scored, then a new stat comes out that, oh, okay, so far in this season, Liverpool have not conceded a single goal, in the second half, and then what happens in the second half? We concede two. Yeah, man, yeah, three last season we were defensively, organized, and there were not many games where the team were, outscoring us by 2 or 3 goals. Not many. We can maybe count. Yeah. This time we scored three, but defensively, yeah, we were just not up to it. Um, the only Okay, so the positives, yes, we did not lose, but I don't know how that can be a positive because we are just trying to shove it under the carpet that we did not lose. So we still got a point. No, right now with this game we needed 3 points. That's the end all. um, Another positive note, if it is, I don't know, but let's think of it this way: Manchester City, they have to come to Anfield, and to play us. We just cannot lose. A draw against City, I'll still take it, but I would really love the 3 points. We don't. What don't we have now? All right. We have our fans back. We have our team. We might have 2 or 3 players out, but that's still fine. It's workable. This is our squad. This is our team. We just got to make the most of it. If we would have beaten Brentford today, we would have a bit of a cushion when we look at City. City would be like really trying to push, us, and they could maybe falter. They could have made mistakes at Anfield, similar to the 2 seasons back. The 3-1 score where when we beat them. It could have been one of those games, yeah. But now we are not in that comfortable zone. Maybe it is a good thing. Maybe we don't. Maybe we should not be comfortable at all, and we should not even try to get used to that fact. Maybe that is just how the season is going to be. But how often are we going to get opportunities like this? That is what I want to ask. Chelsea at Anfield, down to 10 men, we could not break through. Brentford away, when our opponents are dropping points, we could not get the 3 points. Yeah, I just think Klopp and our team, they need to do something about this. Yeah, let's just see. We move, right? That's pretty much how things are. On to Porto. Hopefully we beat them. If not, a draw as well is fine because we are going there. It's an away game. But for me, the focus right now is the City game at Anfield and 3 points. But 3 points is like a must. If not 3 points, just get a draw. Cheers, guys.
What's up, guys? Big up Team Kopish, big up Matt, Drifting Calm as always. Brilliant stuff going on with the content on the channel. Keep it up, bros. Keep it up. Anyway, Brentford free, Liverpool free. It finished in the end, and it was just all frustrating and annoying all round because I didn't think Liverpool played well yesterday, and to me, there were times in the back where I thought we were very sloppy and very it wasn't like Virgil van Dijk to have a very poor game. You know what I mean? I think Virgil wasn't himself, especially with Matip, Gomez, and Trent. You know what I mean? That's basically our main back four there, and you expect them to do better, but it wasn't their day. And Brentford, funny enough, Brentford were able to capitalise on those chances from very defensive woes from the back to score them goals. And but I think up front, I think Curtis Jones had a good game. Especially even though his strike was deflected, I think if we all would have given to Curtis Jones anyway. You know what I mean? And he scored an absolutely belter. Yesterday, and I predicted Curtis Jones to score and get in the lineup yesterday, and I predicted that. So I'm very happy for Jones. He had an alright game, but I think Salah scored a goal, and yes, Jota scored a goal, but there were times where they could have scored more. If I've been honest with you, and we could have got the win, but it just wasn't to be. And and to see Mane, I think Mane is losing form a wee bit, and has been the same for a long time, and I think we're all struggling to get behind Mane at the moment. But I'm just hoping Mane can turn this around, because we don't want to see him drop off. I really don't want to see him drop off, especially Firmino. I mean, it's just the case of Firmino and Mane haven't been themselves, and they've got to wake up, in my opinion, going forward. But yeah, it was just a very all round frustrating day yesterday. We had the chance to go top, but we didn't capitalise, and we need to continue that next week against Man City at home. It's a crucial game, and we can't slip up there. So big up Team Kopish and the comments and the subscribers, because Team Kopish is the place to be. And big up Matt, Drifting, Callum for great Liverpool content. So up the Reds, you can never walk alone.
Just want to say big up Kopish every time for letting me and viewers have our say in your show. Hope you guys are blessed and doing well. And yeah, here's my match review. So before I get into this review, firstly I just want to start by saying it was a very entertaining game. And from a neutral, if you're a neutral fan, you would have enjoyed that game. I think 6 goals was scored. Both teams were going for the win. It was an entertaining game throughout the whole 90 minutes, and there was a lot of drama and action to actually take in. So from that aspect, entertaining game. But as a Liverpool fan, you're kind of disappointed. You are kind of disappointed, and there's only one place to start for me to digress all of that, and for me was the back four. I think our back four was terrible. Were absolutely terrible. I think they struggled to cope with what Brentford had to offer. I think the 2 strikers in the game caused Matip and Van Dijk all sorts of problems. They kept getting in through our sides. I think Trent and Robertson didn't really defend well enough to stop any of the crosses going through. And I think you have to give Brentford credit, because they had a game plan and they stuck to it, and they got us. They scored 3 goals against us. We conceded 3 goals against the Brentford side. And from there, you just have to say Brentford deserved it, and we deserved to get a draw. We deserved it, and our whole back four was shambolic for the whole game. And I think the frustrating thing was that I think Trent got targeted a lot in that game for me. He actually did. And watching the game back, I'm not watching it in the moment, you could kind of see where the mistakes happened for me. And I think they pinned on Trent a lot. And it's funny, because when you're watching it back, you're thinking, where was the leaders in the back four to say, okay, we need to sort out Trent's side? Someone help him. Someone make sure he doesn't get ganged up, because 2 of the goals that Brentford scored, they were muffling up on Trent. I think Trent really got attacked in that game. He got targeted and no one wanted to back him. And it's like, you look at Matip, you look at Van Dijk, and you look at Robertson. They're all leaders. I think they're leaders. I think Alisson's a leader. Not one of them communicated towards that back end and said that we actually need to pattern up, help Trent, and make sure we actually defend properly. And we didn't defend well in that game for me. And in terms of the context and how the game went, Salah should have scored his chance. And when I was watching it back, yes, Salah should have scored that chance he had. And if Salah scores that, the game is done, in my opinion. I think 4-2 up, Brentford don't come back in the game for me. And then when he missed, I was thinking to myself, yeah, that's going to come and get us, because Brentford are going to get one chance, because we didn't look assertive or comfortable in that game at all. And Brentford equalised. But after watching the game back, Salah didn't cost us the game for me. I think our defence cost us the game. I think the attack did well enough in the game. They scored 3 goals away from home. And I think scoring 3 goals away from home should be enough to win the game for me. And we didn't. So I think our defence was the fault of our loss. I think they cost us the game. I think we scored when we needed to score. And all we had to do was defend and hold on. And we couldn't do that. So I think a 3-3 was a fair result. I think Brentford deserve a point. But as a Liverpool fan, you're frustrated because, yes, getting a draw away from home can seem decent at the start of the season. But if you look at how the game went, we took the lead twice and bottled it, in my opinion. And if you're going to win the league, you have to do better. You have to go to Brentford and win any means necessary, and we didn't. And the big question is, I even said this in my last interview I did for the Milan game when we won 3-2. How important is Thiago to this midfield? Because I'm sorry to say, we had no control in that midfield for me. And I think our midfield didn't do enough to actually retain possession. There was no control in that game. I think the game was end-to-end throughout. And this is where Thiago is vital for me. Because if Thiago plays, he slows the game down and he controls it. And we're able to see it out. Thiago was missing today. We had no one controlling the midfield. There was too many gaps. Like, we didn't have a dictator on that pitch for me. And I think when it's a game like that, you kind of need someone to really control the game for me. And I think having Thiago there cost us. So I think Thiago is vital in this midfield. And I think it's important that he needs to come back, because Henderson, Fabinho and Jones, I think they were okay in the game, but not one of them took initiative to actually control the midfield and say, okay guys, we need to retain possession and just keep the ball for a few minutes. Not one of them did that. So it just shows you that Thiago is vital to this midfield and we really miss him. So let's just hope we can go again in the next game.
Good afternoon, welcome back to Team Kopish. Here's Klopp Talk TV here. And big up to the lads on Team Kopish for allowing me to put my clip into this viewer's review. But also, penultimately, big up to the chat as well. For the people who watch this video, make sure you've liked the video. Make sure you've smashed that subscribe to Team Kopish. And make sure, if you want to see me, but that is only if you want to see me, go and subscribe to my channel, which is called Klopp Talk TV. So if you look on your browser, Klopp Talk Space TV, you'll find me there. But if not, enjoy your day. Obviously, this match reaction is a Brentford-Liverpool one. 3-3. I'm gutted, man. I'm deflated. Although my tone doesn't seem like I am, probably, I still am, because, you know, for the fact that, you know, Chelsea lost, United lost on the same day, it was written in stone for us to go on and get that 3 points at Brentford. It was just written in the stars, man. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it, but I think we can have no complaints. I don't think anyone can look at that game and think Liverpool deserved to win the 3 points. Yes, we scored 3 goals, and, you know, we're scoring 3 goals all the time. But the fact is we conceded 3 goals, which is unseen of this season so far. Obviously, we conceded 2 at AC Milan. But we conceded 3 goals in which, in my opinion, they could have all been avoided. They could have all been avoided. The first goal that we conceded in particular, I think, was poor. I really don't want to see it again. It's just the fact the ball went in with so little pace. It just went all the way through. And that was so frustrating. The second goal and the third goal were frustrating as well, because they were all, you know, like I said before, opportunities that we could have, cut out from source. But, you know, you've got to give credit where credit is due. I mean, I told you before the vid, I told you at the start of the vid, Brentford did incredibly well. But let's have a look at Liverpool, and obviously Curtis Jones, take a bow, son. What an absolute screamer that was. But obviously, I think Salah's goal was underrated. Big up Mo Salah as well. That brilliant ball over from Fabinho. Look, Fabinho didn't have the best game, in my opinion, defensively, but what a ball. And that won't get credited enough because it's Fabinho. Because it's not Kante, people won't look at it like that. You know what I mean? Fabinho was an absolute peach of a ball over to Salah, perfectly weighted, and what a goal by Salah. And Diogo Jota as well. The man wins headers. He's not even that tall. I don't even think he's 6 foot and he's winning headers, man. It's class going forward, but unfortunately, Van Dijk and Matty didn't look the best yesterday. And I expect them to bounce back, because that's the mentality they have. They're brilliant players. But it wasn't going right. I felt the cohesion in the transitional play was slightly off yesterday. I don't know if you will all agree with me in that aspect. But I felt like when we were going from defence into attack, we were just slower than usual. We were just, like, maybe the pass went to the man. We dominated possession, but say if the pass went to the man, say, like, it usually goes in front of the man, whereas yesterday it was behind the man, and it was just like, well, it weren't behind the man, it was to his back foot. So it meant that he had to reset the ball, and it just halted the counter-attack. Not the counter-attack, but you halted the attack going forward. And I felt that tripped us up on the day. I really did. I felt we could have scored more opportunities. And as Klopp said as well, we could have scored more. But I think, you know, we got to look at the perspective. Like Virgil said on his Instagram post, we need to take perspective. And, you know, Brentford had a brilliant game, but I don't think either team deserved to win, really. I think no team was better, concrete better than the other team. So I think a draw is probably a fair result. We take that. I mean, we're a point better off in terms of the league table than we were last week. We're a point better than the teams around us than last week. So I think that's what we have to take from the game. But let me know in the comments down below. Let the boys from Team Kopish know down in the comments down below. I'm your boy, Klopp Talk TV. Remember, smash that subscribe to Klopp Talk TV. We're trying to hit 2K by the end of the season. So make sure you smash that subscribe. But also like this vid as well. And yeah, without further ado, enjoy your day, enjoy your week. Porto next, Champions League, baby. And yeah, we'll see you very soon. All right, take care. Take care, lads. Right, bye now.